Hello, welcome to this short video, Meetings, Let the Meeting Commence. This is one of 9 short videos that are available to show you how Microsoft Teams can help you to communicate and collaborate with your colleagues quicker and easier. Please note that the content in all the videos is the same as what has been covered in the live online training sessions. So you can use these videos if you were unable to attend the sessions or you want to remind and refresh yourself. So what we're going to cover on this video. We're going to look at meeting etiquette. We're going to look about how you can record your meeting, and we're going to look at presentation, upload and sharing. So a couple of things on etiquette. If you're the owner of the meeting, join the meeting 10 minutes before it's due to start and have your presentation title slide up on screen. That way, if any of the participants join early, they can see that you're there and ready. So I would advise you to stay on mute at that stage, because then that will enable you to still do some other bits and pieces, have a chat with other people that are around with you without that being broadcast across for the meeting. And then unmute yourself when you're ready to start. So if you're going to be using video so people can see each other, you might not want your room to be shown. There might be other things going on in there that you just want to have hidden. So you can click onto the 3 dots and you can come down to apply background effects, and then this will give you a load of different options. So blur is a good one. It just blurs behind the scenes, so it's just you that's visible. But you have got some other scenes if you want to make yourself look like you're in more exotic places or at a balloon party there. So there's loads of different ones in here. Minecraft. So you can pretend all these different places. You can just have that behind the scenes so they're just seeing you. Alternative, if you're not having the camera on, you can just click the little button, hit there, and then that will hide your video. Okay, so before we get to that stage where we're sharing, just going to point out some of the other icons on here that you might want to use as a owner of the meeting. So I've got show participants. If I click onto there, then I can see who's been invited to the meeting, and if I was waiting for other people, they'd be showing down here. So these are the 2 that are in the meeting. If there's anybody that hasn't joined at this stage, they'd be listed below. Just make sure that you got the chat available, so it's showing like who's joined and when. So when you go to share the content, I'm going to click onto this little icon. And you can see that down here will be a list of all the different things that you can share. So this is all my open windows that I've got at the moment, and some other ones that I might have used recently. Now if you are only going to be showing your PowerPoint, then you just find your PowerPoint presentation and we can click on it. And there's my PowerPoint slide up and ready and waiting. So let's just switch back to the Teams slide. To stop sharing, I'm going to just click onto the little stop share button. I'm going to show you some other options for sharing. So if I go back into share. So I clicked onto last time, I just clicked onto my PowerPoint slide. But if you know you're going to be showing a few different things, maybe you want to share your screen. So you can see down here on this setup I've got 2 screens. So when you are choosing what you want to share, just remember that anything else on that screen will be visible if you choose screen 1 or screen 2 in this case. If you've only got one, it just says screen and you just choose that. But by doing that, you're basically sharing your desktop. So if you close down your PowerPoint presentation that you're using and you had something else behind the screens, maybe your emails or some other sensitive documentation, that would be visible to your audience. So make sure that you haven't got anything open that you don't want anybody else to see. So I'm just going to go to screen 2 for here. If you're going to be recording your session, make sure that everybody's in. So I'm here on the participant screen where I can see that in the meeting I've got nothing underneath here, so I know that everybody I've invited has joined. At that stage you should announce to let people know that you are going to be recording the session. You do need to let people know that that's going to be happening. You click onto the little 3 dots for more actions, and then you come down to start recording and you click onto that. You will see then you get this message, you're recording. That will be visible on the screen for anybody viewing, and they will also have the message come up to let them know that this meeting is being recorded. And you've got this little dismiss button up here. So then at that stage, everything that you talk about, everything that you show on the screen that you're sharing is going to be captured in that recording. When you've finished and you don't need to record anymore, click on the little three dots and then just say stop recording. The meeting is being recorded, are you sure you want to stop? And say stop recording. At the top of the window you can see you get a banner telling you that the recording is being saved. So the recording has stopped, and we're going to be able to find the link to this recording in our meeting chat history, and there's a dismiss button there. So let me show you where that is. So when you're back in Teams and you're in the chat window, you'll see this is all the chat that would happen within the meeting. So if there's any comments that have been made, any chats that you've typed in the meeting will also appear here. So this is available to you after a session has finished, and in here there will be the video that's been recorded, and you will be able to click on that, and you could open up in something called Microsoft Stream, or you can click the video in the chat, and this would open up the recording for you to watch it. I'm just going to click on the X to close it down. Just one thing about the recordings are only available for people within your organisation that were in that meeting. So they're in the chat and they can get to see those. As some of you that came onto the live sessions will know that when I recorded those sessions, we had to do some setting changes behind the scenes to make it available for you, so it's not as straightforward. If you needed to get this to somebody that's external to you, then IT should be able to assist you with that. Now there is another option in here that can be quite useful. So I've clicked back onto the three dots and we've got turn on live captions. And if I click that on, then everything you speak will appear as a caption at the bottom of the screen. And if different people talk, you'll see the different names come up on the bottom there. So you can see that it came up with my name on there after PWM, because I'm logged in as the PWM trainer for this session, but because I got myself logged on to another device, you can see that when my name came up on there as well. So you can get some subtitles in there which can be useful. To switch them off, just go back to the three dots and say turn off live captions. So a new feature that's coming out in mid-Feb this month is when you select a PowerPoint presentation, you will have this little option come up at the bottom, which is going to be saying the number of slides that you've got, and this little eye symbol is for private viewing. So if you click on it, you're saying that the private viewing is going to be disabled, because at the moment this would mean that other people looking at the PowerPoint presentation will be able to go through the presentation themselves, so not listening to what you've said, just jumping ahead. So if you click that little icon, you will get the little message to say that private viewing is being disabled, so people have to just go through at the pace that you're going through to see the slides as you progress them, and the little icon will appear with a little dash through it, and you can just click it again to take it back into private viewing mode. So just in case you see this little icon appear at some point in the future, that's what it relates to. So that brings us to the end of our short video. I hope you picked up on some useful tips and tricks, and so please look out for the other Microsoft Team videos that we've got that are going to be covering how to collaborate and how to manage your online meetings using the chat and the channels. So have a great day. Goodbye.